Here's an overview of how markets open around the world. As a trader, it's really important to understand how financial markets interact with each other and the relationships they have. We can often see a situation where a big move in the S&P futures can have a big impact on the Aussie dollar or some of the risk proxies that you see in FX markets, how a big move in US crude can have a big impact on the NOK or the Canadian dollar, for example. A big move in US Treasury futures can impact dollar yen. So markets are interlinked, and therefore looking at the sequence of chain of events throughout the day is really important. Understand market hours. In terms of FX markets, we know that they're open for 24 hours a day. They're the first market to open on a Monday morning. They'll be the first to react to give us the understanding about how the world's digested the weekend news. And we'll look at the risk proxies such as the Aussie, the CAD, the New Zealand dollar to understand if there's a positive reaction, there's outperformance from the yen or the Swiss franc to see if there's a negative reaction. And those markets will then stay open 24 hours a day right through to the end of the week. The next market to open on a Monday morning will be US Treasury futures. We'll also see S&P futures, WTI futures and gold futures, and they'll be open 23 hours a day for the rest of the week until the Friday close. In terms of equity markets, then they're staggered. On a Monday morning, you'll see the ASX being the first market to open. You'll see shortly after that period the Nikkei, Hang Seng, and then the Chinese mainland markets opening on a staggered approach. You'll also see European markets obviously opening just at the end of that situation, and then the US cash markets in terms of equity markets will open, depending on what time of the year is, sort of into the meat of the European trading session. And that rollover period between European to US trade can be a really interesting time, and that's when a lot of news will break and through that situation. So understanding how these markets interact and how the relationships work are really important. And as I go into the next video, we'll show 5 trading tips on how you can take advantage of those different times of day. For more information, visit compareforexbrokers.com.